Namaste everyone. Back again as Siva in this vessel. And today we're going to talk about something that people need to know. We're going to talk about interplay. So we're going to talk about interplay. Alright? So what's going on is that there's a lot of interplay happening. Now I'm going to explain what interplay is. Interplay is something that I have to talk with this vessel about. So as an understanding of Mark 1, he knows that he's being interplayed. And interplay is, it's psychology. We're talking about parapsychology. Alright? Parapsychology is a form of interplay. Alright? So, when we mean by interplay, we mean by things that happen to people through words. Or things that happen to people through scenario situations. Interplay is happening to everybody. No matter who you are, interplay is happening. As you can see, I'm hitting the C's with a bell to let you guys know that this is serious business. So there's interplay happening to everybody. Right? You guys call this mind games here. Y'all call it mind games. Okay, well, this whole place is a big mentalism, illusionary field of a consciousness grid that everybody shares and experience. So there's interplay happening. Okay? Now in a lot of our videos we talk about hell, because this is the location that you guys are stuck in. We talk about the heavens, we talk about reality, we talk about psychology, we talk about angels, we talk about gods, the devatas, we talk about, but we really talk about a lot about demons. Because we want you guys to know how demons truly work. So demons have an interplay on your mind. Alright? So what interplay happens to everybody, happens to the best of us. It doesn't matter if you're a child or if you're a grown man or an aging person that's dying on a bed. Interplay happens. Alright, so here's an example of interplay. And I'm going to be as very specific and as very forthcoming as I can about this. You have an argument with your spouse, your husband or your wife. Okay? Interplay. You don't know it because you're talking about a scenario situation in your life. Whether it be about finances or cheating or taking care of the kids or, you know, paying bills. But you're still being interplayed. How does it work? Okay. Inspiration is an example of interplay. Alright? The divine inspire to make movies like The Shack. The divine inspire to make films like Schindler's List. The divine inspires to make archaeological type films like Indiana Jones. Not that we're picking on Steven Spielberg, but he's divine principality. He's Jewish. Go figure. So interplay is happening in his life. Now, interplay is getting signals from the field that inspire you or conspire you to be an antagonist or protagonist. Okay? So with interplay, you're always doing things in the field. So when you go out and you leave your house, you're stepping into the field. When you go out into the field, there's nothing but interplay, like laws of convergence. So that's another video we'll talk about, is laws of convergence. But laws of convergence happens in interplay. So once you hit the field, you're involved with interplay. So let me clarify this. You're having an argument with your spouse, again, as I said, your husband or your wife, and there's interplay involved. Okay? There's always a scenario or a subject that has to lead to something to start another experience. This is interplay. That means that demons are going to make sure that you guys suffer, that you get sick, that you argue, that you stress out. This is interplay. That means they're interplaying on your mind to where you guys are perceiving what reality is making you stressed out about. But that's not what's going on. The play on your mind is coming from demonic suggestions to make you guys act like a bunch of fucking raving baboons. Always arguing, always fighting, always warring over resource. This is interplay. So you could be, let's say for instance, here's an example. You could be on a chat site like OkCupid or Tinder. And something compels you to get on there and start searching and browsing for women or men. And you just like, you know what? I'm always out in the field and I always interact with people and see them and they always notice me and I can holler at them that way. But I can holler at them in a sense that I'm going to get on this chat room side and try to find somebody to stimulate my ego so I know that I exist. So when you get on chat room sites to try to find somebody to physically, sexually consort with in tantra, you're being interplayed. Something is inspiring you to go out and do something with your understanding, your manhood or your womanhood, to use it in the field so you can conceive. So the interplay that's happening to society every day is that people are subconsciously being compelled to have kids. This is interplay. That means that demons are converging thoughts on your minds to make you believe in delusions in an illusionary field that does not exist. So you guys are always being compelled to do things against your will. This is interplay. You feel that you are inspired to start a food truck and you do it for years and it never works. This is interplay. You're being played, guys. Everybody here is being played, even by the divine. You'll wake up and want to start a church for some fucking reason. You don't know why, but you know God is real. This is interplay. That means the divine has affected your life with divine inspiration. Interplay. To see the positive and negative interplay on your life, or on your mind, for instance, is to sit back and think for just a second that what is this signal coming into my head, and why do I feel like I need to do what is being suggested to me subconsciously? Interplay. So every scenario in life is interwoven like a loom. And everybody's connection is connected neurologically. So we're talking about the physical aspect of your reality that you perceive every day versus the parapsychological factor and a paraphysical factor of the metaphysics behind your spectrum is also converging on your minds. So they got to get you guys to believe in something that causes problems in your life. Worry, if, the word if, which isn't allowed. Take if out of your life, and you'll take some of the interplay out of your life. You take doubt out of your life, you take some of the interplay from demons out of your life. And then to get the interplay from divine perspective, to put you in the right situation, or be with the right consort, and then do the right thing for sentience. So what do you want to be interplayed by? Who do you want to be interplayed with? Why do you want to be interplayed? Do you know that you're being interplayed? Everybody's being interplayed subconsciously. Interplay works subconsciously. Where it can work consciously, you know, if you think about Ultra MK, for instance, or any type of hypnotic suggestive mind control, is a physical aspect of interplay in a normalized reality that you guys experience in. So therefore you can see it happening to you. I mean shit, you can look at the TV and see that interplay is happening all around you. It's hypnotic suggestion, interplay. So you guys have to be careful what you're taking into your minds. You have to pay attention to the signals and see how you're being played, interdimensionally and dimensionally. Because we're talking about interplay here. That means they're outside fucking with you guys on the inside, getting you guys to do stupid shit against your will, to do something or harm against somebody else, or to the environment that you reside in. Do not be interplayed. Check your mind and take your mind back. Still your thoughts, blank your mind, try not to think. And if you're going to think in this place, you better think about the right things or everything positive. Don't think about anything else, because you don't want to be interplayed by demonic hierarchy of perspectives. There's so much interplay going on. I could talk on this video for half an hour about the interplay that happens in the industry every day to all of us. Go to McDonald's, interplay. Porn sites, interplay. Self-gratification, interplay. The list goes on and on and on in how you guys are being interplayed interdimensionally and parapsychologically. Okay? Peace out.